Welcome back to another video here in Wicked Garage. As you can see in front of me, we have a lot of cut tubing, and everything is laid out in accordance to which rail is what. So I got an A, B, and C. We're going to start with the C rail, which I'll show you in a second exactly how this is all going to line up on the railings. So before we get into it, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and like and comment. Well, let's get into it, guys. All right, guys, as you can see, we have a set of L stairs. So we have the first run, and then it turns and it comes down, as well as coming off of the building right here and then going down. There's a door right in between here. So first things first, we're gonna set up the grinder, and we are gonna grind all these pieces, get them all done. Any of the connection points where I'm going to be welding, we're going to chamfer them so we can get a nice penetration of weld in there. All right, so we just finished the rail part. We just finished the top part of the rail. Now that we got that done, we can obviously put on the post that has to go here, and then we're gonna clean this up with TIG all at the end, so any of the inside welds are obviously gonna be seen, and they're going to be a lot nicer once I clean it up with the TIG and add some material if I need to. But I just do that so that it's a lot easier to have a starting top rail. And then we're going to actually go off of this. We'll look at my drawings, see the spaces and everything, and then we're going to go off of this and shoot forward, do all of the ballast, the straight ballast, go to this rail. We're going to weld that on, and then obviously, like I said, we're going to come around and clean it up with TIG when all the railing's done, and then we can go and start the next run, which is going to be our 30-degree ballast going all the way down, which we will get to a post right about here, about 18 inches from there, whatever it is right there, and then it'll go down and then straight across with the coped piece. Alright guys, as you can see, we got the first side all welded up and everything is made on this one. So we will come back when we finish the other ones. Probably gonna end up getting more consumables. For some reason I'm getting burned back on the tip, and I just can't adjust it to where it needs to be, but we'll figure it out. Everything's gonna be getting ground and tigged on the inside, any of the inside diameters or whatever. Other than that, it's looking pretty good. And we're gonna let it cool down, take this off, and then we're going to start B, which is the lower half. It's pretty much the same one as this, except it goes up to this, and then it turns, and then it goes up the stairs. So we're gonna start that one and go from there. All right, guys, so we are on the last of the 3 that I have. It's a lot of working out how I'm going to break up, the cuts and the splits, and, how to space everything. Everything's sort of spaced a little different because nothing's the same. Obviously, you're making a custom railing. So these are actually 3-inch spacing, and then this is 2 7/16. And then what happened is sometimes your drawings don't translate. So by the time I got up here and I remeasured all that, I'm actually about 1 1/8 off. So it might not sound like a lot, but it throws everything off. So we're actually further away from the nose of the step, and we're actually closer to the back, and we're only going to have a little bit of space to work with here. So it is what it is. I could probably adjust it a little bit if I have to, push that out about 1 inch, which isn't a big deal. They're going to lose a little bit of the width, but that's not a big deal. It's just a service set of stairs. Other than that, what we had, or what problem this actually caused, was now we can't do our 2 7/16. Well, we can do that now, but we can't do our 3-inch. So what we have to do is modify, and that's where the 2 7/8 blocks come in. So 1/8 inch gets us to where we need to be, so that everything is correct up here like I have in the drawing, and we can get all this done with no problems. So we're going to get right into that. Just sort of line that up there. I'm going to tack that and, let it sit. Other than that, everything else is pretty much ready to flip over and weld the other side. And then we go into TIG welding to clean up all the coping areas, obviously. All right, guys, so we just finished up this piece. It's all welded on both sides, and then we tagged on both sides all of the coped areas and anywhere we seen like a little bit of a rough weld. So around these, and then you can see the coping. I mean, it's just to clean it up, make it look a little bit nicer, burn it in so that it's a little sturdier, and I think they look really good. So we're gonna go with that. Obviously this stuff is going to be you know, sanded down and look really nice. It's already looks pretty good, but means we ground it. There's a lot of like flat spots, so you're gonna see that when you paint. So you're gonna want to actually flap this with like 120, and then go over it with a DA, which we're gonna go over almost everything with DA that we can, and then you know, hand sand in between everything that we need to. Some spots had a little spatter because I got a little too overzealous down into the weld, and it just sort of spattered everywhere, but there's not many spots. That's why I like the push-pull gun over the spool gun that we usually use. There's a lot less cleanup, and the welds look a lot cleaner. So we're going to take this off the table once it cools down. It's still a little hot from the TIG, and then we're going to start with the two smaller ones. Obviously we still have to figure out the piece that goes in here, drill out where we need to, and then same on that side. So we'll probably do that at one point today, but we're going to get everything else done so that's all fully done, and then we can, you know, start doing that stuff. The bottom's just going to get a little piece that has 2 bolts that go up into it and thread into it, most likely the button heads. So yeah, a lot of work for these 3 little railings, but there's a lot of prep and figuring out everything. So we're gonna get the next one on, which is this one, and we're gonna start that on the push-pull, and then we'll go around and do the same thing, you know, clean up the cope areas and anything else that needs to be cleaned up. So let's get to it. All right, so we got all of this cleaned up. This is the last piece. Everything is good. Now we will just have to prep tomorrow, which will be in the next video, because I'm gonna end this right here. This is gonna be part 1 of 2. So the next video, you're gonna see us pretty much cleaning everything up, painting it, going and core drilling, and then installing. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.